So welcome to the last lecture in magnetic circuit. So last lecture we were discussing the production of the torque, and in this lecture we will see the EMF induced in a rotating coil placed in a magnetic field. So the coil is rotating, means it is an electromagnet which is rotating and it is placed in a magnetic field due to the permanent magnet. Then what is the EMF induced? So here in this figure we can see that you have a stator and the rotor, and a rotor is the rotating part whereas the stator is the stationary part. The stator is the one where the field is produced due to the field poles. So here you can see the field poles are there to which the field is produced, and the rotor is having the conductor and which is rotating. So if it is rotating, then obviously due to Faraday's law there will be a production of the EMF due to the relative motion between the flux and the this conductor. So rotor rotating in clockwise direction at constant omega radian per second. So your rotor which is placed in the magnetic field is rotating in the clockwise direction at a constant speed of omega radian per second. Then the velocity component perpendicular to the field is Vp is equal to V sine theta. So we can see in this diagram motion of conductor with respect to the field. So what is the motion of the conductor? Because the conductor itself is rotating. So what is the motion of the conductor with respect to the field? So the component of the field, component of the rotation of the this speed v has to be resolved in the component. Then the perpendicular direction to the field, so these are the field direction, so the perpendicular direction of the field will be Vp is equal to V sine theta. So you have the velocity v with which the conductor is having, so perpendicular to the field if you see, then it will be equal to Vp sine theta. So this angle will be Vp sine theta. Now the EMF induced in a conductor, we know that EMF induced is equal to BLV sine theta, where B is equal to the magnetic flux density, L is the length of the conductor, and V is the velocity with which the conductor is moving, and sine theta is the angle with respect to the field. So as the coil has two conductors only, so the coil is made up of two conductors, so we can see that here was the one conductor and here is the second conductor AB. So the EMF will be multiplied with 2, so it is 2 BLV sine theta. Now the coil can be having n number of turns, so here two conductors and n turns, so again it will be multiplied with n in the previous equation, so you will get 2n BLV sine theta for n number of turns. So EMF induced in the coil in that case now can be given as 2n BLV cos alpha. So here if you see the dissolving component of voltage, velocity, so velocity of the conductor can be resolved with respect to alpha, so this will be V cos alpha, and here you have the theta with respect to the field, so the EMF induced in the coil will be 2n BLV cos alpha. So the if we see the value of the theta from 0 degree to less than 90 to 90 degree, and then less than 180 degree, 80 degree, and less than 270 degree, and here you have see theta to be 270, more than 270 and 360. So from theta 0 degree to 360 degree, the constant rotation of the conductor in the field can be observed, and we will get a alternating induced EMF which will be maximum at 90 degrees, positive maximum at 90 degree, and at 270 degree it will be negative minimum. So you will be getting an alternating EMF due to the rotation of the conductor in the main field with a EMF equation which is given by 2n BLV cos alpha. So this completes our total discussion on magnetic circuits. We have seen the production of the torque as well as EMF. So this completes the magnetic circuits. Thank you.